One, go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm sure that you are going to see some gumbly gook from me today. I apologize in advance.
Yeah,
You
in
will
here.
notice as I welcome you to the show, I'm mobile, which isn't that weird.
You
You might
failed.
be thinking.
You're
However, I'm mobile in my own room. I'm in I'm in the Pat Cave right now.
now.
Yeah, this isn't
Now,
even
Why?
mobile in
now,
Las
Peanut.
Vegas.
Why would you be mobile in your computer room?
Well, let me explain. Probably going to do a lot of pacing around my computer room because
You
holding
can't.
my phone, I feel like I need to. Um,
We're used to that from
but
Vegas.
yeah, but if the audio gets funky or whatever, I apologize. If it gets too bad, I'll just fucking leave the show and you'll have the jelly and the butter to finish you off. But there are some reasons that this is like this right now. I do before I get into that, just want to thank everyone for being here, for listening, for showing support. We get a lot of that. I've actually gotten several people lately ask why we don't have T-shirts yet. Um, and I was like,
Because
because every
we
time
don't
I
support.
have somebody try to do this image for me, they're like, "Oh, get right on it. It's gonna be awesome," and they never fucking give me anything back. So,
Yeah.
get wrecked. But I just channeled my inner Bryce. so,
Put your fucking
Fits.
scrubs. Make a
so
chat.
it is.
Special guest.
As everyone knows, yeah, special guest Bryce's cat. Yeah.
Yeah, she just broke her
Uh,
Ah,
face on the mic, so all of you just got loved by a cat. You're welcome. Didn't know that was happening in this episode.
so it's Christmas time, I guess, right? Technically.
No,
oh
no,
man,
it's
Um,
no,
not.
it's
We
Thanksgiving.
have 2 days, and then it's
tomorrow's hold on. Happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's literally Thanksgiving. But seriously, it is the holiday season. It's the time of decorating. It's the time of all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
and all that.
uh, during Christmas time, my wife likes to have the Christmas tree in a specific place in the living room. I think I talked a little bit about this last week, but essentially requires the whole living room to be shifted to the other side.
Okay.
All right.
But I have Ethernet there and cable, the DirecTV, the internet, everything is there. So she's like, "Oh, just move it." I'm like, "That's such a pain in the ass."
Easier said
Inst-
than done.
yeah. Instead of doing that, I just dropped an HDMI cable. So I leave the internet and everything on one side of the room, and I only had to put one cable down, an
Yeah.
HDMI cable.
Okay.
So that ended up working really well because the shelves are over there. The cable boxes are all RF now. You know,
Yeah.
um, it's not like it needs to be freaking line of sight, right? So anyway, I'm up in the attic and I'm trying to get this Ethernet cable through the hole. You know, I'm not an expert, but I like to think I can get things in holes. You know,
Sure. You did it at
uh,
least twice.
at least I've successfully put something in a hole at least 2 times a month. Everybody knows that.
Facts.
So, facts on facts on
And that's with
facts.
the help of another.
Yeah, well, sometimes I need help actually.
It's okay.
Anyway,
It's fine.
the HDMI cable was too big to fit in the hole, so I was like, let me go get my handy dandy drill with a boss bit on the end of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Essentially, so I was able to put the drill in the hole and then cut a little like left, to like make a slot for an HDMI cable to go through.
Sure.
So I'm like, oh, that looks great, right?
Right.
I reach down to like I'm looking and I have the drill there, and now I'm in my attic, okay? So I'm like draped over the some fucking beams or whatever.
There's
Um,
insulation.
Yeah.
There's
you know, I,
a billion
I
degrees.
oh yeah, dude, I could have had enough sweat to rehydrate myself for like a week. I produced more water than I actually had in my body. It was
That's
really
pretty
strange.
gross. Thank you.
Yeah, it was super disgusting. So
Sounds
anyway,
like
so
it.
I'm like, okay, let me see what I could do here. I do it, yada yada. I go to reach down to pull the drill up
Hmm.
from like where I was, and it kind of slipped, so I grabbed it.
Ooh.
And so then the bit spun a little and grabbed the HDMI cable that runs the internet for this room I'm in right now and ripped it to shreds.
Good job.
So, first thing I tried to do was just splice it back together. I had nice wire connectors, like I didn't like twist them together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The can didn't work.
Obviously.
Obviously. So I need a crimper, and I got to cut back pretty far to get to some undamaged wire, or I'll buy a new one. It just sucks because that Ethernet cable is run through my head. I dropped it for this room specifically. You know?
Yeah, I remember that.
So I was like, what the fuck? So I needed a way to be able to record tonight. Phones have hotspots, but if you tether hotspot, like if you tether to your computer, your phone can stay connected to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And it works like a Wi-Fi dongle.
Yeah.
So my wife used it all day yesterday on her phone, and I used it several times today without any problem. At all. It just... That's my computer in the background losing its GD mind.
It's like, hey, we were disconnected. We're reconnected. I'm turning off.
Yeah. So anyway, for whatever reason, trying to then use it tonight, not only did it fucking fail immediately, but it doesn't even work for the basic stuff that we were using it for. Like, it's connected right now. The V30 is connected. It's right here. It doesn't... I have no internet. It doesn't work. It worked for 2 fucking days.
Hotspot data or something.
But then you tried to do a podcast.
No. It's connected to my Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, duh. You said that. Well, that makes no sense, honestly.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense at all. Now, I will say this. This could be just bullshit from Spectrum. Because right now, I'm connected to my Wi-Fi in my house.
Yeah.
I'm right there next to it. And I'm sure you hear my sound bad. Or at least my picture disappearing.
Right.
Right? For the audio version, this might just be horrible. I don't know. I can't hear myself. So I hope if it was bad enough that they would just boot me from the show.
As long as we understand you, we won't boot you.
But because of that, that is why I am currently in my office in front of my computer using my phone to record tonight's show.
We're such a top-notch operation here.
I'm telling you, it pissed me off because I tested to make sure it worked. Because that's something that we have a tendency of not doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I made sure it worked.
I know you, especially for this podcast. I know you tested it.
I was like, what? What the fuck? So,
that's
anyway, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Country on the world. I respect it.
Yeah, RESPECT.
It means nothing to me.
Yeah, well, you got to put it on the name, though.
Yeah, then.
Yeah, you got to put respect on the name. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving. What do you guys? You got plans? You doing something tomorrow? Eating turkey?
Actually, no. I'm eating curry because I made a giant thing of curry this week.
Really?
Nice. And I didn't go shopping to pick up a turkey this year because I did it last year. It was fun. It was interesting. Didn't really feel like dealing with it this year. My friend, she is going to be with her family this year. So I'm going to be riding solo. So I'm going to mac down on some curry and do some online stuff with some people who are also solo on Thanksgiving, kind of holding a little mini event online. So we're having a virtual Thanksgiving.
So you're doing Thanksgiving in VR?
Not necessarily in VR. However, most of us have VR, so we probably will.
He's like, actually, we didn't talk about that, but now that you just said that, that's fucking genius.
There's probably a map for it, specific Thanksgiving.
The end of Halloween's or Halloween, Jesus. Thanksgiving's over, and at the end of the day, Bryce is like, man, I'm hungry. Because all he did was eat virtual turkey all day.
You gotta do it to him. That's all. But yeah, so that's gonna be my Thanksgiving is banding together with my fellow brethren.
Well, that sounds fun.
Oh yeah, it'll be good.
For us, we're doing for the last couple of years we've hosted it at our house, and we do like a potluck thing. So like we'll make some dishes, and then everybody else in the family makes a dish and bring it.
Yeah.
Warm, and everybody eats whatever they want. Pretty chill.
That's cool. So you do like a potluck.
Yeah. We got
That's
all
neat.
the usual staples and everything like that. Like my mom's bringing the turkey, my father-in-law's bringing the ham, all that good shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, just makes it easier that way. Much less time consuming, easier to organize. So
yeah, and it's not all in one kitchen trying to do everything at once.
Exactly.
Everyone already has to bring it. Everyone's just more low key. The food's all ready to go. Just plop it on a plate and munch.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, the fucking kitchen here is already moving.
I will probably make some sour cream raisin pie.
Sour cream raisin pie. It does sound disgusting.
Don't do that. Just go in your VR. Don't do that.
Yeah. Make it in VR, so this way the world doesn't have to suffer.
It's a family recipe, and it's a weird thing, and it's something that grows on you when you're a member of my family.
You don't say.
Everyone hates it when they're under like 14, 15. Once you go 16 to death, and you're a Vauders, you eat that pie, and you're like, wait, this makes sense, and it's delicious.
Okay, I like raisins.
I'm gonna force you guys to eat it. Don't worry.
And what is it? It's sour cream cheese?
Sour cream and raisin pie.
And is it like it's kind of like saying is it mixed with stuff? Hold on, is it like a gelatinous? Or is it like soft? I need you to explain to me what this pie is.
I mean, it's eggs, sour cream, sugar, vanilla, salt, and nutmeg. You beat it till it's smooth and pour it in a pie crust. I don't know what to tell you. The eggs are what firms it up.
Okay. So what consistency does it?
Pie tin with a bunch of raisins just going. Oh.
So yeah.
That's the first thing that popped up in my mind.
That's what I thought too.
Don't fucking do that.
Because sour cream acts very similar to heavy cream in a lot of recipes, because it's literally just cream that's soured. It's like before cheese. But you mix it with some eggs, some sugar, vanilla, a little bit of nutmeg, just a pinch of salt just to cut through the sweetness, and add some raisins to that shit, and it's surprisingly good.
Add some raisins, boy.
That's how you know it's like super food. There's raisins.
I don't know if you can ever convince me to try that.
I mean, knowing that it's like in a pie form, right? And it's like kind of like like pumpkin pie consistency or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like pumpkin pie. Not points for it. But I did seriously just imagine sour cream mixed with raisins, and like kind of like pudding pie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, you just put it all in the pan, sprinkle some raisins right on top, and then you.
That's horrible.
No, it's something delicious, so it wouldn't be that. Have more faith in me, please.
It's something delicious.
Yeah,
you're right. It
something that I enjoy, so it's of quality. So fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Damn, we gotta fuck you.
Jeez, love you too, man.
That's for free. That's your free Thanksgiving. Fuck you.
You're so sweet.
Take that to the bank.
Your free Thanksgiving. Fuck you. Hold on, I think I have something in this drawer. There, that's for you.
Oh,
good job. You got a second one in there for me?
You didn't have to get me anything.
Oh yeah, here you go. You can give it to him.
There you go, right there.
I sent it. Yeah, I sent it to him, and he printed it out.
Yeah, it was my 3D
bullshit. Use that to get better Wi-Fi, bruh.
No, I can't. It doesn't work. I don't need better Wi-Fi. I need a not destroyed Ethernet cable.
All right, we'll teleport one. I don't understand. You can teleport a fuck you in the form of a finger.
No, it's harder to come by.
Visual joke.
No, it's too long.
That's what she said.
It doesn't like you have to feed it through the teleporter.
The version, wondering what the hell's going on. Patrick reached into his drawer, pulled out a middle finger, and then he sent it to Jordan so Jordan can pull one out too. Because I realized we were just talking about a visual joke, and no one would understand it.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're falling back into being stupid.
Shenanigans. Yeah.
Shenaniganery. But yeah, so I'm sorry, I won't apologize for sour cream and raisin pie, but that might be the only like Thanksgiving thing that I make for me, outside of the delicious curry I made already.
Well, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Cool.
So curry, is that like a thing that you do for Thanksgiving, or did you just happen to make a bunch of curry?
No, I just happened to make a delicious curry that I just wanted to eat the fuck out of. I did make it like.
Is that what she said?
I mean, I did make it.
Love that curry.
Like with like potatoes and carrots and all kinds of other stuff that would be there for Thanksgiving. But yeah, it's not like a traditional thing. Okay. I think, you know what? It'd be cool to have curry on Thanksgiving though. Like as a little dish, you can just have like a bunch of rice with the curry.
Yeah.
Just scoop full of rice with the curry on it, and then all the other foods. Because then,
yeah,
like, I'm eating regular ass turkey, some mashed potatoes, everything's all nice and chill. Then you go to the curry, and it's like, wow, my mouth's on fire. I didn't expect that for Thanksgiving.
Wow, I can't breathe. Okay.
Yeah, it would probably taste good with cranberry sauce because the sweetness would balance out the heat nicely or complement.
I don't know about the cranberry sauce business, but I wouldn't be.
No. Hold on. I like cranberry sauce.
Works great.
I like cranberry sauce, but it has to be like the in the can form of can.
Form of can jelly.
Form of can. Like when you knock, like you have to like beat the back of the can to get it to come out. It goes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I like.
Kind of cut it up a little bit, like you mash it down with a fork and then put it in a bowl. But we all know the truth.
No, I don't do that. I cut slices of it.
Slices of the can. Yeah.
You want top of can? You want bottom of can?
I'm a true fucking
Del Rocco Dirty Feet.
Yeah, I'm a true fucking Del Rocco Dirty Feet. Oh man, so Michael asked me about that, and I told him how you kind of came up with it and what it meant or whatever, and it was awkward because where that came from, essentially, for people that don't know, is Deltona has a high population of Honda Civics. And do
like shit, like how certain cars that drift have like the bars on the side and stuff, so if you smash into the side of the wall it hits the bar instead of the car. Some of them have shit like that. The drifting community in Deltona is not that big, but people they're like, it's on my Honda Civic. That's what you put on a Honda Civic.
Oh shit. So yeah, it was a funny conversation, and I'm not going to explain it all the way. Maybe if we take a break today, I don't think we actually are. We're probably just going to jump right into a couple stories. For reasons unknown, Bryce is all like in a rush tonight or whatever. So I'm just kidding.
I do leave at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. Well, if he has to go and we're still wrapping something up, that's okay. Everybody will understand.
I'll bow out and tell you guys to enjoy your Thanksgiving.
But we'll probably try to finish up by then. We have a couple of things to chat about tonight. Did you guys see any of the stuff that I happened to post this week, or
ignore it because I want to be surprised?
Yeah, you post stuff and I skip over it. Like I just swipe the notification away.
That makes me feel bad, man.
Yeah, it's for good reason. I enjoy when you read the article for the first time with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna read it and then like then what? I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. This, whoa. Or I'll be like, yeah, I read it, and then I'm like, this is my story now, bitch. And then we just talk about it and take over.
That's true. That does happen sometimes.
Yeah. Well, if I've seen something you've seen, I'll talk about it.
So I have two things that I wanted to bring up tonight. One's kind of a funny story, and I don't think we talked about it. The confusion over the family playing a video game prompts a 911 call. Did we talk about that?
No.
We're gonna. And then there's also one that I seen today. Scientists created a Star Trek-like plane that flies using ion thrusters and uses no fuel.
So curious about that.
Really?
Yes. So we're gonna give that a reedy poo. I don't know if you guys have any storesies.
I just had one.
I have one. I'm Jordan. I have one. Sorry.
An astronomical anomaly that was just
Ooh.
discovered. I don't know if it's
and
real
then
or not.
and then anonymity.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real. I've never heard of this website before. But,
I'm sure it's legit. It's fine.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna jump right in. Honestly, I think that this shit's hilarious. I have to do some scrollage here. Not having my computer is a hindrance.
As you walk in a circle in your very small room.
Yeah, have you guys been noticing? Like, I sometimes show. If you're watching the video version, I was showing my turtles before. So let's.
By the way, while you're scrolling, I went to the gas station on my way home.
Okay.
And you know those bottles of Arizona tea, like the Mucho Mango, the watermelon and shit?
Yeah.
They're like long and skinny. You ever seen one like this?
Whoa.
Right? Look at that.
That's a bottled Arizona.
So you have a bottle of Arizona tea.
It's massive. It's 34 fluid ounces.
Why?
I don't know, but I'd never seen it before, and I was like, okay, I need to buy it because I've never seen it.
I mean, you got to try it.
Okay, so I can't have specifics because for whatever the reason, the Wesh story that this was on is no longer there. But this was in DeLand.
Okay.
Right here, not too far down the road from me. A family was actually playing Call of Duty together. Okay. Husband, a wife, kids playing Call of Duty together. They had their windows open in their house. Right? So there's like the mom yelling like, don't shoot me, come on, let me get up before you try to shoot me. Right, and because I read the article, so like I remember, and like them yelling and screaming at each other, like get her or get him, you're gonna kill him, like that, right? One of the nosy ass neighbors, right? Because that's what they are. Let's be honest.
Because they didn't mind the business.
Okay. Decides that it sounds like violence and a domestic dispute going on.
Oh, God.
And proceeds to call the police. Now, they interviewed other neighbors, and the other neighbors are like, all of a sudden, the neighborhood is swarming with cops coming through yards, guns drawn, because they were told that there's some horrific event occurring, right?
Jeez.
So they eventually go knock on the door, and and then I remember the interview, I was reading it, that was with the mom, and she was embarrassed, and told them that they can. And by then they had stopped playing. By the time the cops had come,
right?
The cops come and they're like, well, you can look around the house if you want.
You won't find no bodies.
So they let them
crying after I stabbed that ass 20 times though.
Well, no,
strike incoming.
She explained that they kept shooting her when she would spawn in and shooting her when she was trying to get up and get a gun and stuff, and that's what she was yelling about. So and they're saying, oh well, you have to have your windows closed. Well, the cops didn't say that, but they in the interview, it implied that that's how she feels now, though. You know?
Yeah.
And I could agree with that, but that's some funny ass shit, right? It made me laugh. It made me laugh hard because all I can imagine is sitting there playing, right? And all of a sudden the fucking cops kick your door in because they think you're about to shoot your family.
Boom, boom, boom.
But that
Yeah.
I don't agree with that though. You know, that you would have to like shut your windows while you're playing because it's cool out now, you know. So
you got to
people
hide your
would
kids,
still-
hide your wife.
But I mean, if you don't actually hear gunshots or something, that's a pretty clear, you know, sign. Like, oh, stop killing me, stop killing me. And they just keep saying it for minutes on end. Like,
And if they're not
minutes.
screaming help,
Why are you killing me?
Stop
Like, why are
killing
you
me
killing
over and
me?
over.
Let me
Why
get
are you
done.
doing this?
Let me get up before you try and shoot me. Like that's my
Yeah.
big one.
That's
Like,
common
hey,
fucking
I'm gonna let you try and shoot me, but let me get up first. Like,
Well,
did they just
again,
think the
though.
mom was a badass? Just like, hey, let me get up, and then we'll see who fucking wins. Then you little bitch, take that
Exactly.
gun. You gonna
So-
need it,
Let me get a gun and we'll see what
bitch. I hope the fuck you do.
I hope the fuck you do.
Mhm.
Jesus. Yeah, it made me laugh. And when I read that, I was like, I forget who it was. I was just like, yo, come read this. Like, I was like, so surprised that, first of all, I don't know. Here's my, before we move on, and, maybe Jordan will jump into whatever he's got.
Sure.
But my kind of like final thought on it is there's absolutely no way you actually thought somebody was getting killed or whatever. I don't believe you. And I think that you hate fun. And you did that. You called the cops to fuck with that neighbor. That's what I think.
That's the only legitimate explanation, to be honest with you, because there's no way in hell that I buy that they thought that somebody was actually getting murdered. They just thought they were making too much noise and didn't want to file a noise complaint.
Yeah.
Because that's a naggy ass neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as bad as like driving up and down their driveway or whatever.
Yeah. Like that motherfucker across the street.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bitch. Oh man, thankfully he hasn't come around as often.
So,
A pain in the ass.
but yeah, man. What did you have? I know that you said you had a little soiree into.
Yeah.
I don't know into what, because you didn't tell me.
Astronomical anomaly. I'm trying to find the story right now. That's why I seem a little bit distracted. I had it bookmarked and I can't find the bookmark.
I think, okay, this is what I think just happened. Jordan was like, of course I have a story to talk about, obviously. And in his head, he's like,
Here it is. I
big
found it.
word, astronomical anomaly. And then he just spent the last 5 minutes Googling for something that matches it. He's like,
That's
there
kind
was a full moon on Earth.
It happened 3 days ago. Werewolves were a thing.
Yeah,
Done.
I was there.
Yeah. Look, I see it right now on your face.
But I like astronomical anomalies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I found the story, thankfully. So essentially, there is a team of researchers from the University of Zaragoza, King's College of London, and the Institute of Astronomy in the UK that has found what they describe as a dark matter hurricane
What?
Oh, Florida's
heading
fucked.
directly through our solar system.
It's heading straight to Florida. It's a
Well,
dark matter hurricane. You know what's
yes.
about to happen.
Yeah.
I thought we couldn't detect dark matter in large amounts like that.
That I don't know. I guess it's the
Like I
reason
didn't
we
think
were
that there
able
was
to-
enough of it together, or maybe we can detect
It's,
it because there's enough of it together.
Apparently, it's a giant stream. They're calling it the S1 stream, which
The
is
ass
basically
one stream.
a gathering of stars moving in a way that basically means that it was a part of the galaxy that formed the Milky Way.
Okay. So it's the ass number one. Got it.
Yep, the S1. It was found a year ago, Now
Now, is this going to pose a threat to us at some point? Like, do we have to be worried about the Ass One?
Not anytime soon. Not within anywhere close to our lifetimes or anything like that.
All right, I'm just gonna have to tell everyone: don't Google Ass One stream. It's not gonna come up with what you were hoping it would.
Yeah, don't Google that. Definitely don't Google that.
I made the mistake. I'm like, I want to see what this anomaly is about. Oh, Asian things lick my ass. That's not what I was looking for.
Yeah, definitely not a good idea. But yeah, I mean, essentially, so it's a stream of about 100 stars, and then an even greater amount of dark matter around it as well. And apparently, it's coming straight towards the Milky Way. It doesn't say like any sort of time frame as to when it's coming through.
So hold on. So it's not even in the Milky Way at all?
No.
So this is gonna be a while. It's not a threat yet.
Yeah, no, but, it's not a threat now. But when it comes through, if it's close enough to the Milky Way, it'll basically act as if it were a hurricane, slice right through it, and then anything in its path is gone.
If it comes anywhere near us, hopefully they find a way to farm energy off of it. To fuel,
I would settle for just survival.
Not dying.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll be long dead by the time this happens.
Long dead.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm thinking for the future homies that are going to be sitting there like, wait, this hurricane's going to hit. Fuck. Go right.
Go, yeah. In the future, there's fucking space hurricanes. That'd suck.
Because they'd still come for Florida. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Earth's fucked because it has Florida.
I wonder if Disney's force field can push that.
You know, that could be the future that saves us, is that Disney continues to develop their anti-hurricane force field to the point where they can repel dark matter through the power of light. You know what? Oh my God. That's Kingdom Hearts. Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts repels the darkness through use of a Keyblade. Disney's gonna make real life Keyblades and fucking knock the dark matter out the whole fucking place.
There you go. Holy shit.
They planned it out and they're showing us. Don't panic.
Jordan's face actually looks like he just had his mind blown. Like you actually just modified him for the rest of his life, Bryce.
Yeah, I changed his world.
I hate Kingdom Hearts games.
Really?
Until now.
Well, I'm glad you like them now, but why don't you like them?
They're just dumb. They're messy, sloppy junctions of games that make no sense.
Okay.
Like, in no way should Mickey Mouse and Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII in the same game for any.
Why not?
Because it makes no sense.
I mean, sometimes you think it don't be that way, but it do.
I guess.
You think it's what it is, but it do.
Well, I mean, it could just very simply be that you're not seeing how they're connected. Now, I couldn't say how they're connected, but I'm sure that
it's a very it's literally like, hey, here's an entire universe, and all these worlds have become connected randomly, and now your world, which is Destiny Island, it's this little island world that you and your little friends want to go explore. So you're making a raft, and then your world becomes connected and it gets eaten by a giant fucking Heartless. So your world's fucking Dungeon Rings, and then you end up traversing to Traverse
Dungeon Rings.
Yeah, it's Dungeon Rings. Like it's gone.
But it was like you did like this hand motion too. You're like, it's Dungeon Rings.
You gotta understand. It's the only way to emphasize how Dungeon Rings your world is. Like the only reference to your character having parents is one scene where it shows your room and you hear someone say, "Sora, dinner's ready, Sora." And that's supposedly like your mom or potentially a sister, maybe an older sister who's taking care of you or something. But yeah, they're fucking dead and it's never talked about. And you never are like, "Oh, my family." You're just like, "Kyrie, where are you? My best friend." So it's,
Well, I
it's kind of a
mean-
weird game. You didn't give a fuck about anyone except for your two buddies, and I don't know.
Seems legit.
Like the story in that game
Yeah,
is
I don't give a
super
bit
fucking
about anybody
convoluted,
except my two
and it's across multiple games over multiple consoles. So to play the entirety of the series to make sense of it, because every game's important to understanding anything in the story, you would have to own like 4 or 5 different consoles. It's really
Yeah.
dumb, but I like the games. They're fun.
They make-
It's a little bit of a nostalgia glasses thing for me, just because I was a wee babby boy in elementary school when the first one came out. So it was like 2000, 2001, 2003.
2000 late.
2001 or 2, something like that.
Yeah, it was
Very early PS2 days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was huge when it came out.
That's what she said.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, good.
Oh shit. So, what else we got going on? Do you have a thing, Bryce?
Well, there's a couple different theories that are out and about right now.
Okay.
I like theories.
And I just I don't want to go into one theory in particular. I just want to kind of list a few of them just so you guys know, and then you can Google a little later. I'll just give you like a quick version of each one. One of them is, you guys know
I like
Meghan Markle?
theories.
Who? What?
No.
Say that again.
Meghan
No.
Markle, the Duchess.
Princess, whatever.
She just got in the royal wedding. That whole yeah.
Okay.
Twitter believes that she has actually been replaced by a deranged looking android. They saw there was a surprise appearance with the prince on Britain's Got Talent.
Okay.
And essentially they wigged the fuck out about this whole live appearance thing, but they're like, there's something wrong, her movements are weird, and it's all this crazy shit. It ends up,
What do you
it's
mean
later,
by her movements are weird, though?
like
Yeah,
they
that's-
looked robotic, hence them thinking she's a robot.
Maybe she just had to poop.
Well, what it ended up being is it was later revealed that the royal couple for that guest appearance were actually
Just had anal
live
sex. Oh.
wax figures being unveiled by one of the people there. So it was like a live demonstration of, hey, we made these wax figures. Let's not tell anyone they're wax. And then fucking bam,
But they
everyone
moved.
wigged the fuck out. But people are now believing that it wasn't just that she's actually a robot for whatever reason.
Okay.
People pull this shit out of their asses.
I mean,
don't
it nearly 90% of conspiracy theories are certain celebrities dying and then being replaced by either a body double or,
I mean, like we just talked about with Avril Lavigne last week.
exactly.
Yeah. I think we
Exactly.
talked about Paul McCartney at one point early on in the show too. Being
Yeah.
a replacement. Yeah.
Being a replacement.
Yeah.
So another thing is, some people are believing that Little Caesars isn't serving their own pizzas, that they're actually just buying a bunch of DiGiorno pizzas and serving those.
No.
Okay,
absolutely
so
not.
I
Obviously
seen
no.
You saw
I
the
seen
picture?
the thing. Yeah, and I'm curious as to what that was there at that time, and did something happen where that specific franchise-owned store did that
had to do DiGiorno for a little bit.
Ran out.
for whatever reason, but absolutely not
I have a feeling it
the
was a
whole
tester.
company.
I think there was some sort of testing. Like when I see that, I imagine that they were holding some sort of like taste test, like promotional
comparing
material. Like,
DiGiorno
hey,
to
come
Little
in.
Caesars.
One of these is a really popular frozen pizza, and one of them is our pizza. Can you tell the difference? Like
I
something
could.
like that.
But yeah, the
I mean,
difference
yeah.
is very blatantly obvious. There's
Yeah.
no way in hell.
But you know, it's one of those whole blind testing promotionals. Which did you like better?
Sure.
So it's like the top frozen pizza that everyone loves, or Little Caesars. Hey, Little Caesars beat the one you can get in your freezer, and it costs less. It's only $5, and this DiGiorno pizza was somehow $6 or something like that.
Was somehow 6.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know the average cost of a big ass DiGiorno pizza. But yeah, another theory that's going around. You guys know XXX Tentacion?
Yeah.
No.
The rapper that got killed not too long
Yeah,
ago.
he was a major
Oh.
rapper who got shot down here. He was a Florida rapper,
In Florida,
actually.
yeah.
There are
Yeah.
people who, when he was still just on SoundCloud, when he hadn't made it yet, they had tagged him and his SoundCloud link with graffiti all over different parts of Florida. Like, I was taking the train from Tampa to Kissimmee, and
Yeah.
the train station on the wall, like across from the train, someone broke into that train station tonight just to tag that wall. And
Really?
it was for him because his followers in Florida were like fucking hella deep. Well, some of those followers believe that he faked his death and pulled an Elvis. Essentially
Now why?
they think he did it to get away from unwanted fame, or
Bullshit.
possibly as publicity for a new single. And their key evidence is there's a video clip where he says, "I'm not dead, relax." And they believe that that was like a message to what his death is going to be.
Really?
Like, oh, he was saying that to let us know that he's not actually dead and that this is all like da 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 da. That'd be great if it hasn't been over a year and we didn't have a criminal investigation where the guy got fucking arrested for the murder. Like, Jesus, I don't know how people think you can, in today's day and age, fucking fake your own death that easy.
You can't.
You really can't. Not at all.
I mean, okay.
Especially when there's a criminal investigation.
Person could. The right person could probably fake their own death.
Not somebody famous like that.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The last thing I'll talk about, just because I thought that this was fucking hilarious, is there are some people who believe that Lindsay Lohan is secretly an agent of the Turkish government.
What?
What?
Because apparently she has shown support for the Turkish president, spreading like propaganda and constantly going to Turkey with like sponsored trips and stuff. And essentially, she recently streamed a video where she tried to quote unquote rescue refugee children in Moscow from their own family until the mother fucking punched her in the face. Huh? Yeah, no, the mother popped her in the face.
Why was she? What was she rescuing them from?
She was basically like, "I'm gonna adopt these kids and like I'm gonna get them to America so they can have a better life." Then the mom showed up and was like, "Bitch, stop touching my kids." She was literally like kidnapping kids in a foreign country.
Oh my god!
And so people believe that that she's, you know, on a secret mission from the Turkish government to try and make Turkey look
steal
cool.
people's kids.
I mean, that's part of it. It's a propaganda scheme. You know, they didn't expect the mom to show up because she's just really bad at what she does.
Anybody else? It had to be Lindsay Lohan.
Well, I mean,
Lindsay Lohan would
she's the only one
really
coked up enough to fucking try some shit like that. So,
as a secret agent of anyone, because nobody would be paying attention to anything that bitch was doing.
Yep. So yeah, those are just a few of the hot and spicy conspiracies. Because I wanted to say them and get them out there so you guys can Google them in preparation for that one uncle, Uncle Patrick. He comes to the Thanksgiving feast like, "Hey, Lindsay Lohan works for the Turkish government. I've got a house out in the boonies with some rainwater collectors just in case. So if the big boom comes, we're gonna be safe. Just look out for the aliens." I ate me some squirrel yesterday. It was good. So that was Uncle Patrick. So now you guys are prepped. You guys are prepped for the crazy uncle. Now all the racist shit that he's probably gonna say too, I ain't got nothing for that. Good luck, fam. But the conspiracy stuff, you ready now? And you can throw something maybe he hadn't heard yet.
Jesus!
I appreciate that.
Well, how we looking on time there? Giordano.
Good. There's 5 minutes before 10. We're 45 minutes of a show right now, so we're actually good.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, actually, the ion propulsion stuff,
Mhm.
I kind of want to save that for when Bryce is here with us because I think that he'll really
We got time. Sure.
enjoy that.
I will.
That's right up his alley for sure.
You know what I mean? And if we don't have anything to talk about, I think that we could just
Plug me
say
up,
we nailed it.
up.
Yeah,
Plug me up,
absolutely.
up.
Definitely nailed it.
Are you gonna?
You gonna plug us, Daddy?
Yeah, are you gonna do it?
No.
I mean, he
Not on
just
my
sang you a
own
song.
Need somebody to say it.
Oh, plug us, Jordan.
Okay.
I said plug me up, Daddy. Like, what the fuck do you want me to say?
I take directions here. So of course you can find us first and foremost on Facebook, PB NJ podcast. You can find the
N like Nancy.
N as in Nancy J podcast.
J podcast.
Follow us there for all of our posts. Sometimes we do post little articles and pictures in relation to some stories that we talk about on the shows.
Yeah, some
Plus
tings and
little-
stuff. Tings.
Exactly.
Stuff and tangs.
With some little descriptions and stuff like that. So go ahead and give us a like,
Description.
comment, all that good stuff. If you're listening to the higher quality audio version, feel free to check us out on YouTube. Just search
So you can
PB
see the visual jokes that we did.
Yeah, visual
Not
jokes
thinking
like
about you.
with the middle fingers and the Bryce.
Yeah, waka waka waka.
YouTube.
Oh,
PB,
waka
the letter
waka.
NJ podcast. If you're watching the live stream and you want to check out the high quality audio version, then anywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, Podcast Addict,
The
all
podcast
that
dealer
stuff. And
down the
of course,
street. You know the one. You got his number.
Yeah,
Podcast
we know you
dealer.
got that dealer.
He's like, hey, yo, man, I got the
and then,
shit. Don't
of
call me on
course-
my regular phone. Give me. I got the burner phone for a reason.
Absolutely the burner every time. And then
So,
lastly, of course, our website, pbnjpodcast.podbean.com.
And thank you so much for putting up with our shenanigans with things that don't work all the time.
Yeah.
So
We appreciate you all. We really do.
Yep, we do. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed episode
Love
robot,
you.
whatever he said. But we are out of here.
See ya.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Deuces. Bye bye.
We just got the HD tag on your video finally, Patrick. You back in high def.
What? Wait a minute. Now?
Just in time.
Yeah, just
now?
in time.
Just now.
Just in time.
Just
I told
now.
you it's because of the podcast. On that
No.
note, to
How could it
everyone
be
watching-
because of the podcast? We're live right now.
No,
still.
I know, but because we've ended the episode, the gods have given you, because we're not producing content outside of saying goodbye to everyone
What
watching.
the
this.
fuck?
I'm telling you. But on that note, to everyone who's watching us, thank you.
Yuppers.
We love you. To
Yes.
all our future viewers who are not here right now, thank you. We love you. Watch all our good stuff. And we nailed it. You can't say we didn't. And if you do say we didn't,
Don't deny it.
do you know what a nail is? I need picture evidence you know what a nail is, because we fucking nailed it.
Some goat's name.
And on that note, bye.